What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that news around the NBA, the hottest topics, and I'm going to discuss some things that has happened for today, and we're going to talk about Josh Okogie first, probably the biggest name that ended up signing the deal. Him, his family, they have more life in the NBA because he signed a 1 year, $3.1 million deal with the Houston Rockets, and it makes sense for him to do this deal. Um, I liked it. I liked it. I think that they just added more depth and more versatility, more athleticism, more quickness. We know that Josh Okogie ain't gonna give them a ton of minutes. He's not gonna play a lot for them, but he is a guy that going to go out there and try. He's gonna put effort. He's gonna try to make plays. He's gonna stay out the way. He's not gonna interrupt other guys, and he's gonna play hard. And if you're gonna get somebody that's your eighth, ninth, or 10th guy on your bench, Okogie is never a bad player to add. He's been showing you that he's a veteran. He understands his game. He understands his role. He doesn't try to shy away from things that way. He's also not scared to try to make an impact on the game in a positive way. So it does make a lot of sense for them to go with him because when you look at the free agents that's left and the prices that they might want and the fit that you're looking for, especially if you're the Houston Rockets, you lost, some wings, and now it's good to get one back that, if somebody goes down for 3 to 5 weeks or more than that, you can come in, make some shots, do some plays, and really try to balance out the both ends of the court on the for the Houston Rockets, and that's what they're going to get out of him. So I like what he brings to the table. I like what he does. Just to put more context into what he can do for this team, he did play 40 games last season with the Phoenix Suns and the Charlotte Hornets combined. He did average 7 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 1.2 steals in only 15 minutes. And that's basically what the Rockets want, and that's what they're going to get from him. I think he's going to be a guy that can give you double figures some nights. He's going to be a guy that's going to step up in some moments from time to time off the bench. And for a guy that you're only playing $3.1 million, that's not that bad. And that's the type of guy you're looking for anyway if you're the Rockets, and they got him now. Calvin Andrews and him was able to find a way to negotiate and get it done. The Rockets will get another wing defender that has the ability to want to prove himself and want to show that he wants to be in the league. He wants to play for a team that he actually feel that he can win with. And the Rockets are one of the teams that, as a person looking on the outside, looking in for what I see on paper, they're going to be one of the best teams in the Western Conference and one of the best teams in the NBA in general, if they can stay healthy and if things go well. A lot of people sipping that Ime Udoka Kool-Aid. They look at him like he done did this, he done did this, he done changed this, he done changed that. And he was a guy that was pushing that Kevin Durant trade. And we're going to give up this, that, and the other. We might as well do it now and get Kevin Durant. And we feel like he's going to be that missing piece that we really didn't have in that Golden State series and we didn't really have during the season. That should allow us to be about a lot better team offensively, and it also should help us defensively because he's a guy that can take over the game. He's a guy that can knock down shots and make plays. And we know how great he is because he's one of the top 75 greatest players ever. And you add him and you add depth and you add the coaching of Ime Udoka and you add the want and the will of what they're trying to do together. This is a dangerous team. And I'm not saying that Josh Okogie going to make it an incredible team. This team is already incredible. Now they're just adding while not really getting anything away from them or giving up anything. They're just adding another quality player to their roster. You got to look at the Rockets. They really had an amazing offseason. They really did. And they started it off with a bang, and they just have been continuing that ever since. And I'm very impressed. And this team is going to be a championship or bust roster. Like looking at the coach and looking at this roster, if they don't win a championship, what else do they need? What else is they missing? Plus, they got the whole regular season to find that out, and they have the buyout season to try to fix some issues, and they have the trade deadline to do that too. So there is no excuses why this team don't win. Like Phoenix, they said this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. This team is more equipped. This team has more defenders. This team has more guys that can step up. This team has more guys that fits what Kevin Durant is as a player too. So I do look at this as if they don't win a title, they will be a failure. And that's what they should hold themselves to, that same standard. And I think that you can't escape it. You know, if he may feel like this is the missing piece and this is the guy that we needed, then you have no reason to get a title. And remember, Ime was a guy that got to the NBA Finals really, really quick with the Boston Celtics. When he had the right amount of talent, he was able to get there. I feel like he helped us blow that series against Golden State, and now he gets another shot and another chance with the Rockets to possibly be able to win one as a head coach. So we have to see on that. We have to continue to watch that. And I think that Okogie is a great addition, considering the player that he is and the role that he's going to have on his roster and the pay that he's getting. But it just shows you that the Rockets are very aggressive and they really do feel like they have a chance to win it all. And they're willing to do whatever it takes to go in there and try to find a way to get that missing piece and the missing pieces to be able to win it all. And that's the mentality that you want an organization to have. That's the mentality you want your general manager to have. And that's the mentality that you want your coach to have. And I feel like they all on the same page, and that can be something crazy. Blake Wesley got waived, I think 2 days ago or yesterday. Now he actually got picked up really quickly. The Blazers agreed to a 1-year deal with him. He was just waived by the Washington Wizards, for people that didn't know, following the trade from the San Antonio Spurs. Wesley was the 25th overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. He played for Notre Dame, and the Spurs wanted him. And now they just looking at it like, this guy just ain't the guy for us. So let's get rid of this guy while we can. The Wizards, they're trying to get more young talent. They didn't really like his energy. They didn't really like what he was bringing to the table, so they just let him go. And now the Blazers say, let's take a flyer and a chance on the guy that we feel that can fit our culture, that we feel that can be helpful for us. We're not going to really pay him that much. We're not really going to stick to him that much. We just want to try him out, get a feel for him, get an understanding where his mentality and his mindset at, see what he can really do. And if we don't like him, we can just get rid of him. We can just waive him. We can just let him go. And if we do like him, we can talk in the offseason next year of how we want to keep him or what we want to go in the direction with him and his agent. But, you know, to be 25th and to be waived a lot is no surprise to me. Like, if we're going to talk about the NBA, everybody wants one of those spots. That's a job that a lot of people want, is to be able to play basketball and make millions of dollars for a living. He had that opportunity. It's slowly slipping away. It's slowly going away from him. But you know, this is an opportunity that he has to look at and say, if I don't make the best of it, this could be my last contract. And this shows you how cutthroat the NBA can be. But I would say he appeared in 58 games last season with the Spurs. He only averaged 3 points and 1 board, but he also got 2 assists by the end of his season, and he only averaged 11 minutes. So he's showing you that he can give you some size, some length, some athleticism on the wing position or at that guard position, depending on how you want to play him, what lineup you want to use him in. And the thing about it is, when you look at the fact that the Blazers have a lot of those type of guys already on the roster, they're trying to find out which ones they want to keep and which ones they want to let go. This could be another situation where if you ain't better than other guys or you're not showing you better than other guys, we might have to let you go too. So this is a trial period for him. Hopefully he does well. Hopefully he does play well. Hopefully he can crack that rotation and get more than 11 minutes. I feel like the Blazers are a team that's still looking for more talent. That's why they picked him up so quickly. But they also an organization where they're still trying to find a way to win now. And if you can't really play and crack the rotation, you can't really help us now, then they're going to look at it like, we got to let you go too. So the NBA, it looks all fun and it looks amazing, but it can be tough and it can be hard as a player, especially if you get injured or especially you ain't playing to where people think that you can or what you can be for them. Now you got to buy in. You got to want to play, and you got to go out there and play hard, and you got to go out there and play the best way you can for those opportunities in the minutes that you get. Like 11 minutes is a lot. Like I said, if you can play 10 to 15 minutes, that's a lot of minutes in the NBA, especially because if you're not a starter or you're not a player that people think highly of, some people don't even think Blake Wesley was on the Spurs probably, unless there was a hardcore Spurs fan. So it just shows you that he should get more chances and opportunity in Portland, but it's not guaranteed is basically what I'm saying. And he should just try to make the best out of his opportunity. The better you play, the more chances you get, the harder you go from training camp all the way into the preseason is really going to dictate how hard and how much they're going to really look at you and say if you that guy for them or not. Sucks, but he already did his part to get into the league. Now he has to fight, scratch, and claw to stay in the league, and that's just how it goes. If you're not going to show that you want it, you're not going to show that you care, you're not going to show that you're passionate about it, you're not going to show that you can't live without it, they're going to find somebody else in the draft, they're going to find somebody else in the unsigned free agents pile and say, we'll waive you. We might even get somebody from the G League and we'll just take a chance on them and give you a spot up. So he understanding that, he's starting to see it. He's starting to see that ugly side of the business in the NBA. He's looking at it like, man, what can I do to stay in the league a little bit longer? They only gave him a 1-year deal, and even then it's not even guaranteed throughout the entire year besides the pay. So he might not even see this entire year in the NBA, although he is okay to decent player. But it's so many of them left. It's so many veterans and so many young players that's still left unsigned. And Blake Wesley blessingly was able to still possibly get another chance of proving himself all over again, which you do have to do each and every season to keep that spot in the NBA. So even if he does do well and does play well, he can still find himself out in the NBA because gold is all over the league. There's always a way to find somebody new. There's always a way to get somebody new, and they might be more impressive than you, or they might want to get them because that glitter can sometimes be appealing. So can that gold. And he's starting to see that and learn that in the league. So, highly recruited players, highly respected players, they might last a little bit longer, but their time can come to an end before they're 30 also. And I would put Blake Wesley a little bit in that type of conversation because he was the 25th pick and he was a player that people wanted to take a flyer on and people want to try out still to this day as he just got this deal. But at the same time, he understanding the hard reality of this game. So I see you. I hear you. I'm watching you. And hopefully you do well again so you can extend your NBA career. And it will be good to see that, not to lie about that either. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, do conversation videos just like this about various NBA-only content. I also do breakdowns for real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, also future stars, and also do mock drafts and draft coverage. So if you love that type of stuff, I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch and you can enjoy. And on top of that, I make videos basically every single day that I'm living. So if I'm living, I'm going to try to give you something to watch, something to keep your mind going, something to keep you happy when it comes to basketball content, especially NBA. So that's something that you should continue to want to check out before you want to subscribe. And if you want to stay subscribed, thank y'all for supporting me in the past, the present, also hopefully in the future. And thank y'all for always making time for me. And thank y'all for always caring about what I think. Because if that wasn't the case, this channel would not exist. But since it does exist, I also can say thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. And that's a blessing to me. And I just want to be a blessing to y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all weekend. Hope y'all ready for the weekday grind. Hopefully you guys stay at it. At the end of the day, we know that it's important to stay as happy as we can. Don't focus on the negative. Don't let things get you down too long because there's other things to see and do in this world that can get you back up. And all I can do is ask you guys to do that because you guys are a blessing to me. I just want y'all to be successful. Get some rest, get some leisure, get some fun in there, and spend time with your friends and family as much as you can and continue to make time for me. Other than that, I'm gone for now. See y'all later. Y'all stay blessed. Peace. And I'll see y'all again hopefully tomorrow. Gone for now. Hopefully I'm back for later.